Welcome back to Mom and Pop Video Shop. I'm Joel.
And I'm a much more calm and refined Tyson.
Yes. I didn't take my meds today, kids. So we are here for another movie rental quick pick. And this time you've come into the shop. We're so happy to have you here, but you have no idea. You're like, look, I love cheesy Italian horror. I'm sorry, I do. And the cheesier, the better. But for the purposes of this video, I'm recommending to you today, oh, person who loves that cheesy Italian horror, especially from the 80s, Monster Dog. Monster Dog is from 1985, I believe. I'm pulling that one out of my butt. That's the other thing is we don't have the computer in front of us here, kids, so I'm kind of winging this. Well, I guess which makes sense, right? If you came into the shop, we'd be winging it
Exactly.
to a degree. It is directed by the great Claudio Fragasso, and if you know that name, he also often goes by Clyde Anderson. Interesting choice. He directed Troll 2. Need I say more? He also did Night Killer, which was recently recommended to me by my good buddy Nathan Toll, writer of Horror Galore and Pumpkin Cinema. And he's like, hey, you need a new horror Christmas movie, Joel? See Night Killer. And then I watched it and I went like, I guess technically it's Christmas horror, but holy crap, dude, what did I just watch? So Claudio Fragasso is notorious for making those kind of movies. So Monster Dog stars Alice Cooper, and not a lot of other people that I'm familiar with. Maybe those that are really into Italian horror would recognize them. But off the back of the box, it says, Alice Cooper, well known for his electrifying stage performances and his innovative use of makeup before other rockers followed suit, plays Lou, the rock singer who unwittingly leads his band into a weekend of terror they will never forget. A classic werewolf adventure with a unique twist. Monster Dog will hold you in the grip of fear as it unleashes new dimensions in terror. Well, all I gotta say, kids, is that not only do you get Alice Cooper, and as you can see by the picture, in like all of his 80s badass glory. Can you make it out? Yeah. I'll put that on the screen as well, where he's toting the gun in this sort of like weird, almost like post-apocalyptic sci-fi garb at some point. But you not only get that, but you get two brand new, at least for the context of the movie, Alice Cooper songs that I could be mistaken. I've looked up. I can't find them anywhere else. But other than this, and there was never a soundtrack put out. So I feel like the only way you get those two songs, one's called Identity Crisis, and then it's like See Me in the Mirror. It's like a very kind of like a low-key ballad, whereas Identity Crisis is a little bit more poppy and upbeat. But they're catchy as hell, and they're great. They're like these forgotten Alice Cooper songs that if you like his music and you like that era, I'm telling you, man, that by itself was worth the price of admission. But from that to the dream-like cinematography, if you see the trailer for it, it's got some really kind of great, wonderfully cheesy practical gore effects in it. The story is as nonsensical as you think it should be, but yet it somehow works for me, and I can't quite explain it. They also do that thing that they did to Mel Gibson in the original Mad Max, where they dubbed him over with an American voice. And I get on some level why they did that with Mad Max. I think it was dumb. They should have just left it as...
They dubbed Alice Cooper?
They dubbed Alice Cooper along with all the... Because it's an Italian film, so I'm sure everybody else might have been speaking Italian, right? Right? That would be the language. But... sorry. But Alice Cooper, American... He's speaking American. Yet they dubbed him over like everybody else.
That sounds exactly like it.
So he sounds very like, come on in, Betty. It's so weird.
You know what's interesting to me too is this. I feel like is this the only movie that Alice Cooper starred in? I mean, he's always got like cameos and bit parts.
John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Six. Yeah, he's Freddy's dad or stepdad. I think he was dad or stepdad. I don't remember whichever one.
Wayne's World, obviously.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty sure this is maybe his one and only starring vehicle. I'm sure that was after he experienced being in this, saw the results, and went, I'm better doing the rock star thing. But I would say this. I feel like Alice Cooper is as rock stars, especially of this era go, is actually a decent actor. Like, I actually think, because even in this, as ridiculous as this movie is, he's bringing it. And there's moments where, it's kind of campy and goofy and over the top. But, it's like he's kind of transcending the material, so to speak. But regardless, I love this movie. It's my favorite Claudio Fragasso movie, and that includes Troll 2, which I do love, Troll 2. But I feel like this movie, I don't watch ironically at all. I literally just love this movie. I can't explain it.
I get it.
So Monster Dog, have you seen it? What do you think? if you want to comment down below and let us know your thoughts on this particular Clyde Anderson joint. I would love to know if you've seen it. Honestly, I feel like it's one of those, I don't even have to tell you not to spoil it because it doesn't really matter. It's just so bonkers. There's nothing really to spoil per se. But yeah, definitely let us know in the comments below. And and then before we sail off in the sunset, I do want to say that for me, this is actually a 5-taper. I know that's ridiculous, that I would be willing to lose it and pay the $80 to the video store to replace it. But yeah, I would, because that's how much I love this movie. So on that note, remember, at Mom and Pop's, our love of
man's best friend.
Oh, God, yes. Lance Henriksen, Ali Sheedy, and genetically altered killer dog.
Rottweiler.
Never stops.